frightfully cold night out. And not a soul to be seen. At least there is a pub. There is always a pub.
Well, hello. Come on in.
Cozy place you have here. Mind if I shake off the cold for a bit?
Not at all. Business is slow tonight.
It's strange. On a night like this I would imagine you would be full of patrons, looking for a warm fire and a drink.
Usually that would be true, but not tonight. You see, the high priest on Mount Shala-ka is punishing the town. Seems we have made her unhappy, so now no one is allowed out after dusk.
You can't be serious. The townspeople are obeying some priest on a mountain top.
Oh, it's no joke. All of the priests at the Shala-ka temple are women. During the harvest, all of the women in this town are instructed not to work. It is their time off. It's called Weslbe. It means time of the queen. Not only do they not work, but the men of the village must wait on them, make their food for them, bathe them, rub their feet, and any other service they may want or need.
I suspect that didn't happen this year.
No, it didn't. The harvest was too great. There was too much grain to be harvested, so the women pitched in and helped out. The high priest Nala didn't like that. She sent her priests into town to make sure her judgment is obeyed. There are two of them sitting at that table over there.
Hello. Mind if I have a seat?
Not at all. Please, have a seat next to me.
My name is Sir Thomas.
I am Drisa. And this is Alu. We are priests from the Temple Shala-ka.
I know the reason you are here. It sounds strange to me.
The High Priest's decree sounds strange.
Surely the High Priest understands that extra hands were needed for the harvest. Why punish the village?
It is the High Priest Nala who delivered the bountiful harvest to help the village and to reward them for obeying the laws. It was their task to find a way to accommodate the women of the village and still get the harvest in. The men were not very resourceful. They conceded to allow the women to work. This disappointed the High Priest Nala.
I'd like to meet this High Priest Nala. She intrigues me.
Being allowed to meet the High Priest is not a problem. However, you may find the journey there more arduous than you can endure.
I don't think that will be a problem. I'm rather a hardy sort.
Very well. We'll start out in the morning. Alu will stay here and complete our task. I warn you. The trek may be more than you bargained for. There are a few things you should know before we begin. As we climb higher toward the temple, the weather will get warmer. This is due to the location of the temple and the lack of cloud cover. However, the air will become thinner.
I understand.
One other thing. Nala is generous and kind, but do not act arrogant or demanding toward her.
Very well. Shall we get started?
Do you need help?
No. I think I can manage.
Very well. Take your coat off and join me by the fire. I love the serenity of the outdoors.
I do as well. Tell me, Why are all the monks of the order women?
That is the way the order was founded. Men's sexual appetites disrupted the tranquility of the temple. The women of the temple slowly began to understand these urges and how to use them to the order's advantage. You see, men are led by these urges. They are slaves to them in many ways. The women of the order learned how to reward men if their tasks were carried out correctly. If certain tasks were completed and done on time, the women of the order would take the men into the chamber of humility, and the men's sexual desires would be met.
And the men agreed to this arrangement?
Not only did they agree, they longed for it. The women of the order became very good at pleasuring the men, so much so that the men began to worship them.
And are you adept at administering these pleasures?
Yes, of course. All of us are.
Would you show me?
Of course not. You've done nothing to deserve them. I'm fully aware that from the moment you met me you have wanted to bed me. It's in your eyes as it is with all men. We will camp here tonight and begin again early in the morning. It's not far now. We should be there soon. Sit and rest for a while.
These techniques you possess, do all men succumb to them?
You cannot get the thought out of your head, can you? It's like this with all men. Your testicles feel heavy, don't they? And your cock becomes rigid just imagining how I look unclothed. It overcomes you like a fever.
It's true. I suppose it's in our nature.
Stand up. I see your cock is erect, a symptom of the fever. This is the best I can do for you at the moment. If you would like to masturbate in front of me, you may do that as well.
No. I'll be all right.
Then I suggest we continue. The temple is just beyond that grove of trees. Are you ready?
Yes. I'm ready. Thank you for taking me on this journey.
It was my pleasure. Well, it was a long journey, but you have succeeded. Let me go inside and speak with Nala. Remember, Sir Thomas, don't display any arrogance or judgment. Nala won't tolerate it.
I understand.
Risa, please approach me.
Good morning, High Priest Nala.
And a good morning to you, Drisa. You have brought me a visitor, is that not so?
Yes, it is true. This man is unfamiliar with our ways, yet he is curious. He wishes to speak with you.
I see. I can tell by the look on your face that he carries with him the fever.
Yes. Our journey together has made him amorous and frustrated. Please take this into consideration when speaking to him. He means well.
Very well. Show him in.
Greetings to you, High Priest Nala. My name is Sir Thomas.
Welcome, Sir Thomas. Please approach me. It's been some time since we have had a foreigner come to see us. How was your journey?
It was difficult but exciting.
Your thoughts were on Drissa and the treasures of her body, were they not?
I did nothing inappropriate.
Of course you didn't. Drissa would not have allowed it. You are new here, so you have no way of knowing that it is poor form for a man to stand in front of the High Priest fully clothed. Nothing is to be hidden from the High Priest when men are concerned. Please remove your clothing. A servant will take them to be cleaned and they will be returned to you when you leave.
Here? In the throne room?
Yes. Do you need assistance?
No, I can do it myself.
Your cock is quite rigid.
I'm sorry.
Nonsense. I would be offended if it wasn't. Do all the men from your country have such formidable cocks?
Some but not all.
Come, let me give you a tour of our temple. This is our grand hall. It is sometimes called the Hall of Light. What is wrong? Why are you keeping your distance?
I'm sorry. I don't know the protocol. I didn't want to get too close.
Don't be silly. Please, come to me. Do you like sweet rolls?
Certainly.
And do you like bitter coffee?
Of course.
Are they not good together? The sweet and the bitter? Your cock is now even more rigid than before. So the question has been answered. We have learned a great deal about men here at the temple. We know your likes and dislikes better than you yourselves.
And what of your likes and dislikes?
We enjoy knowing men, knowing how they think, how to motivate them, and we like seeing them satisfied. There are no other men on earth as sexually satisfied as those who live among us. What we dislike is ignorance. We can please men like no other creature on earth, but it's men's ignorance of themselves that gets in the way. Come with me. I want to show you something. This garden was built by the men that live with us. It was built out of love. We have learned to give them what they truly want, and in return they give us what we want and need. Neither side can falter in their duties, or the understanding is lost and chaos takes its place. Those in the town have not learned this yet. Both the men and women of the town have failed to serve each other. The system cannot be discarded because it suits the moment. There are always rough patches, but the balance must always be sustained.
You are truly wise, High Priest Nala.